arrives on the planet of... Oh, I should probably check what planet he's on. OP4 Yagati, one of the pre-generated planets. In an attempt to capture this miniature, known as the Third. So, the reason the Third isn't on the table is because he's laying low. I'm going to refer to the Third as he because I'm assuming his pronouns. Sorry, robot. The Third is wanted dead for 5 crimes: kidnapping, shoplifting, bribery, peeping, and impersonation. Appears as an extra-large, violent, robotic foreign nobility. Last seen on OP4 Yagati. Has used plastic surgery, is wearing light armor, and has 2 exotic weapons. The reward is 64% of 90,000 Li bone. So, the plastic surgery, literally plastic I suppose in this case, is one of the laying low rules. Essentially, when a reward is very expensive, when you get a lot out of it, you have to do a little extra to capture that model. In this case, plastic surgery. So the rules for plastic surgery state, I'll pull up my PDF. You can't see it because it's on my phone. Off camera. But the rules for plastic surgery say that the target is not placed on the table during setup. Instead, roll D10 each time the bounty hunter moves within 12 inches of a civilian or goon. On a 10, replace that civilian or goon with a target. That model becomes the target. In the case of bad luck, the final civilian or goon is always the target. So if you never roll the correct 10, then the last person that you check is the target. 12 inches is pretty far. This is a very small table, so we'll probably know as we get a little closer. And I'll change the camera angle as we get a little closer as well. So as a reminder, we got Leatherface. I'm going to pick him up and move him. I know. Let's see. I don't know if I could. Can I zoom in on this? Whoa. Leatherface is a medium bounty hunter with an AK-47, a cigarette, and a can of beer. On the table, other than... what's his name? Leatherface? Other than Leatherface, there is a goon hiding behind the sign. That's a cat. Where's the goon? Oh, the goon's hiding behind this sign. There's a goon, a cat, a droid, a couple robotic droids serving as vending machines, an elote stand. In here there is a civilian. Let's see if I can move the camera. We have a civilian playing roulette. We got an alien civilian at the Miller Low Life machine. It's a vending machine for beer. A couple trash can robots. As we said before, a droid. That's a bottle girl. They are bottle robots that advertise beer or wine or alcohol, liquor. So the way this is going to work is there's nobody inside this building, but who knows, maybe they'll run inside. I'm going to begin play by approaching. I'm going to do a narration, so we're going to do a narrative hunting report. I have a really crappy tripod. I'm trying to balance this one. And we'll see how it goes. As a reminder, usually the target would be placed on the table, moving around, but this is a special case where, because the target's worth quite a bit of money, I have to go through some extra hoops. So one of these models is actually the target, just in disguise, for this version of laying low, called plastic surgery. So as I first move, I'm going to... Let me think. I'm going to begin play with my gun unequipped. I'm a nobody bounty hunter. I don't have any reputation. Just a guy with the AK-47 looking to cash out on a quick bounty. This model is wanted dead, by the way, and it's pretty dangerous. It has 2 exotic weapons that are both pretty intimidating. I think one's a cryo gun and the other's plasma. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to begin play by approaching the elote vendor. So I'll move my 6 inches. I'll double move the full foot all the way up to the elote stand. So, I'll approach the elote stand. I'm going to get a cinematic. Okay, I'm going to probably drop my tripod. Get ready. Let's see, what can I do? How can I force my tripod to hold on? There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, almost. Come on, tripod, hold on. How do Let's Players do this? Alright, that works. I approached the elote stand. Now, I didn't use a communicate action or anything, so we'll have to see what the random tables for the civilians and the goon and all that, what they do. Now, I did approach within 1 foot of a couple models, so we're going to roll a couple D10 to see if any of them are exposed as the target. So, for my guy, it looks like 4 people would be seen. The individual at the elote stand, the goon up here, the alien at the Miller High Life, Low Life machine, and the woman gambling inside. So, the first thing I'll do is roll a D10 for each, and on a, I think it said on a 10, replace the civilian or goon with the target. So, first roll, looking for a 10, which I guess on a D10 would be 0. 5, that's not him. The goon on the roof. 4, lady inside. 8, okay. The alien of the machine. Nope. It says 10, but we're looking for a 0 because it's a D100. So, by process of elimination, that would leave, let me think, 1, 2, 3, who am I missing? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I suppose the cat on the roof would have to be the one. It's technically a civilian. It's a beast, specifically, but it is technically a civilian. So I guess in this example, the last one would end up being the target. So I guess what I'll do is, to show off the beast rules, I'll just do 1 activation as a beast would behave, and then once we get within a foot, the robot will unzip its cat suit and begin walking around. This is a terrible fucking example, but whatever. We'll make it work. So let's start with the civilian. I'm going to say that this civilian is an average civilian, so he has the generic civilian table. Right now, we are not in a hysterical state. We're just in a very average state. So I'll roll D6 and see what he does. 4. So he interacts. Wow. So I suppose in this situation he would interact with me asking if I want to purchase an elote. I've got no money, so I'll politely say no. I think that his what he would do would be communicate with my bounty hunter. Now there is a civilian NPC conversation topic table I'll refer to. So for his turn, he'll interact with me after I want a elote. Leatherface says no. The NPC looks a little confused because why would I approach the elote stand and not want an elote? So he'll awkwardly strike up conversation. I'm going to roll D100 on the NPC conversation topic table. 62. Oh, it's 92 actually. 92. He starts talking to me about piracy. Pirate any good films lately? Leatherface is silent. Good response. Alright, next we'll roll for a civilian on the inside, the woman. She'll be another generic civilian. So I'll roll my D6 on the neutral table. 5 stands. Alright, she just stands still. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. We'll roll for the alien at the... Ooh, I'll move my camera. We'll roll for the alien at the Miller Low Life machine. And I'm going to turn my speaker off because somebody is looping my Discord, and I'm sure 1 or 2 of you have already checked to see if you got a Discord notification, if it even picked up on the camera. Let's see. That alien will 6 stand. That alien is just going to stand staring at the vending machines. That is completely fine. So far, the civilians haven't done much. I'm going to treat the bottle girl as a robotic civilian as well. No, it's a droid. So that droid would do an if-then contingency table check during its activation. I think that one was if civilian within 6 inches approach and then communicate. So we'll check for that. And robot, how far away are you? It is within 6 inches. So it will move at 6 inches. And it will harass the alien advertising alcohol. So, I don't know, it throws on a pretty voice, kind of flirty, and asks if the alien wants to purchase some champagne or something. The alien will turn and look at her. So why not? Alright, so we'll go to the beast table. So the beast is secretly the robot in disguise, so we're going to use the beast behavior table. For the sake of this example, I will use the scaredy cat beast table, which is just the different behavior tables for beasts fall under 4 categories: dopey, aggressive, scaredy, or wild. So in this case, I'm going to use scaredy. So rolling on a d6, neutrally 5, so this is going to be stay. Just going to stand still. This is a cat on the roof, not moving. Not much is going on in this turn, just a robot walking up to an alien. So for my next activation, I'm going to... Oh wait, I forgot somebody. Before I move, there's a goon on the roof. He's hiding. It's a little goblin with a blaster. Let's see if you can see him. There you go. So the goon... Yeah, I can zoom in. Let's see. I am zoomed in. Okay. The goon's behavior table, I believe, is violent, but let me look. I'll be using the violent behavior table for the goon, rolling a d6. 1. Interact. So the goon is going to try to interact with the nearest thing. I think the nearest thing would probably be the alien and the bottle girl. So I'm going to move the goon. I think the goon's small, so it has a little more movement than we do. I think small is 8 inches of movement instead of the 6, but I'll check quickly. Small is 8 inches. So I think he'll hop down and he'll walk up and approach the alien. Maybe he'll have a conversation. I don't think there's any fall damage from this building, considering it's just 2.5 inches. Let me actually look that up. I don't think there is any if he hops down. It'd be very funny if he just crumpled to death, hopping down. Let's see. Nope, for each inch above 3, so he could just pop down. He's okay. He walks up to the alien, and we'll have him talk. So the goon's going to strike up conversation with that alien civilian. Even goons, they're not all bad. He's violent, but I don't know, maybe he's bored. He's going to talk to the civilian about, let's see, 49. Niche foreign cartoons. Nice. So the goon got bored and came down and started talking to this alien about niche foreign cartoons. That's really good. All right. I will do my next turn. I'm going to move over here. I don't really know the goon is here yet. That's okay. I'm going to move my 6 inches. Notice the goon. The goon's turned away from me. So I notice the goon. Goon doesn't see me. Alien doesn't see me. They're both paying attention to the bottle droid. My second action will be to equip my AK-47. I'm going to check and see if I'm within 10 inches of the cat, see if the cat transforms into what it actually is. I'm not. I'm about 12. So, I will wait, assuming, I'm going to double check quick, that the plastic surgery check is at 10 inches. It might be at 12. I'm going to peek. I did not want to make a mistake, although I will. I will surely make plenty of mistakes. It is 12 inches. Okay, so this would be the turn that it transforms. And by transforms, I mean the cat suit would be unzipped and the robot would come out. So in this universe, I guess the robot went to get plastic surgery to disguise itself as an animal, poorly doing so. I think I saw a niche foreign cartoon about that, where there was a cat that was really a robot. I'll have to ask Jack about that. It was it's an anime movie about a cat on a spaceship, and the cat, spoilers, is a robot. I don't remember the name. Maybe I'll post in the description the name of that movie. But let me zoom in. This is our perp. Oh my goodness. There he is, hiding behind the Super Dog advertisement. So from this point forward, we'll be using the target's behavior table as it normally would. I don't know if the target can see me. Let me crank my head down. Not quite. If you push your head to the table, the line of sight is blocked from the Super Dog sign. So, next action, we'll see what the elote vendor does. I should mention quickly, I rolled different behavior. I rolled for different NPC information. I think the elote vendor was a salesman, an old salesman, if I remember correctly. The woman inside is old, and she was what was her job? I'm blanking. She was an old. I'm going to roll my ass over to my computer and see what I typed out. I know, this is very exciting. When I in real time have to check my computer to see the occupation of an NPC. That's what's happening right now. So, the lady inside, her name is Janice. She's an old lady. She's a postal worker. The elote stand guy's name is Lawrence. He's a salesman. And Gormulus is the gray alien at the Miller Lite machine administrator. Okay, so I will start with Lawrence, I think his name was. What is Lawrence going to do, the elote stand guy? I should mention, you don't have to roll backgrounds and NPC conversation topics and all that shit. It's just for flavor. It adds to the role play element of the game. So, for the elote stand guy, scrolling down to see where his behavior table is. There we go. Alright, let's see. D6. 1. Almost fell off my table. Random move. Okay, great. So, what I'll do, I'm going to roll a D6, and I'll show you how to use any D6 as a scatter die. If you've never heard of this little trick. This is just the cat. It's not really there. So, the way that you use any D6 as a scatter die, roll it. Now, you want to see where the 1 is facing. The 1, I don't know, on that side. It is. So the 1 is facing this direction and that angle. So the 1 would be, he's going to randomly move. Just look at the wall. Nice. NPC behavior. Maybe he hears stuff happening inside. The roulette droid and the woman, we'll roll for them. She's going to interact with roulette. Now, I'll pretend that she actually uses roulette. Why not? Let's do some gambling. So she's going to put some money, let's say 500 CC, or CC 500, she'll put down on, let's see, where's the rules? The way roulette works, first, choose a wager value in CC. Next, divide the wager among the roulette table. Roll a d20. The rolled value pays out. So you can put your money on 1 through 20, on evens, red, or on odds, black. The payout is, if it's on a number, you get times 10. If it's on red or black, it's double what you put it on. So it's double or nothing, essentially, for red or black. I guess what I'll do is, she's going to put 500cc on evens, so red. I'll roll d20. Odds. She lost her money. Sucks. That's how it goes. Sadly, put that back on. Alright, next, let's do these guys. Bottle Droid will go first. She'll continue to advertise at the alien. What's his name? Gormulus? Gormulus kind of blankly stares at the Bottle Droid. Sadly. Maybe he doesn't have any money for Miller Lowlife. There's a goblin behind him talking about foreign cartoons. Just trying to ignore him, so maybe he'll go away. Leave me alone if I pretend I don't hear him. That's funny. Alright. I'm making myself laugh in my apartment all alone. This is sad. What was I doing? The alien. Okay, I gotta do the fucking alien. Let's see. D6. We'll do the alien. 2. Random move. Okay. Roll the D6. The 1 is facing this way. You can't. You just see my finger. So it looks like he'd try to walk past the alien in the direction of the entrance where the AC droid is sitting to vent out cold air. So he'll move it 6 inches. Let me get my tape measure for posterity. Yeah, roughly here. We'll walk right over there. So the goblin sneaks up behind the alien, Gormulus. Goblin starts talking about foreign niche cartoons, and the alien just walks away without responding. Yeah, that checks out. Alright, we'll do the goon next. So now we're getting a little risky, because I'm pretty close to the goon. If the goon turns around and sees me, I have a gun. If he sees me holding a gun, Hysteria will probably trigger. So let's start with rolling for the goon. The goon, again, is on the violent table. D6. Stand. So he's just going to stare at the alien as it walks away. Maybe he's staring at the Bottle Droid. Reminds me of something from his cartoons. The perp, the target on the roof, is going to act next. There we go. You can kind of see him up there. Alright, he'll go next. My tripod's tilted. Alright, there we go. Trying to make it a little more stable. Alright, let's see what the goon's going to do. If I remember correctly, he's violent, so I want to make sure I'm using the right table. Yeah, violent. Okay. 4. He's going to look. So the way that looking works is essentially he's going to spin in a circle and look at all the surroundings. So if he spins, I think all he would really see, he wouldn't see the floor. I'm pretty hidden behind the drive-through sign. So he's not going to, thankfully, he's not going to notice me. Not going to notice me. He's just going to stand there. Okay. Next will be, let's see, I think that's all of the civilians, so it's my go. This guy's wanted dead, so I guess my question is, do I try to deal with the goon first? I guess, I mean, you could bring the body of the goon in for a small portion of the reward. So I think for my turn, I'm going to move my 6 inches. This is less than 6. I'm going to walk right behind the goon. Face contact. I'm going to just blow his head off. Just open fire in the back of the goon's head. Oh, that's really sad. I feel really bad. All I want to do is talk about his niche foreign cartoons and blowing his brains out. Alright, so... the way that this game works is when you're in melee range, like in other games when you're in base contact is considered melee range. In this game, when you're in base contact, shooting never misses, because you put a gun up to somebody's head, pull the trigger, it's going to hit them, right? They're not going to be able to dodge it. So, this hit will not miss, because it's right up next to him. I kind of snuck up on him. Let's see how much damage that will do, because it's an automatic gun. An AK-47 has a profile that says it's auto, two-hand, standard, yada, yada, yada. When it's fully auto, the gun gets to shoot multiple times per activation. So because I only used it once this activation, it's only, I think it's 3 shots. But I can peek quick. I'll make sure I'm rolling this right. Bullet. Let's see. Automatic. 3 shots. Yep. So 3 shots at point-blank range. All of them hit because it's at point-blank range. That's going to do, there's no armor on this goon, so no chance of evading that damage or preventing it. Can't dodge because it's at point-blank range. So that's going to be 1 damage against robot droid, 1 to 2 against organic, so that's going to be 1 to 2 3 times, so let's see. Evens being 1 damage, odds being 2. 2, 2, 2. Oh my god, 6 damage at point-blank range against a goblin. That has penetration of 1 and 3, so I'm going to roll to see if any of those penetrate the target. Nope. 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 Okay, so none of them penetrate the target. They just go straight. I feel like they would go through, but essentially what I was checking is if it penetrates the goblin, it might hit the bottle girl droid on the other side, and I don't want to hurt a civilian, a droid civilian. So 6 damage. I think small models have 2 health? Maybe 2? Let me look. Small models have 2 health. So 2 health means 2 inches of blood that sprays after hitting the model. I'm going to represent that with some clay. There we go. That's terrible. Oh my god, oh the humanity. So a couple things happened when I opened fire at that goblin. Its health was reduced below 0, significantly. It's reduced to like -4. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll on the wound table to see if the model is critically wounded. So when a bounty hunter or target civilian has their life force reduced to 0 or below each game, they must roll on the matching wound table opposite due to their significant wounds. Notice that, I'm just reading it, notice that there's usually a 4 to 6 chance that are considered critically wounded rather than dead. So it's a d6 table per weapon class. Bullet has 1 through 6, 1 is lost arm, 2 is lost leg, 3 is deep wound, 4 is gnarly hit. 5 and 6 are lethal, hit heart, or headshot. So I'm going to roll. Let's see what happens to this guy. It looks like it was a 4, so that's a gnarly hit. So he's not dead, he's critically wounded, so he's bleeding out on the pavement. The bottle girl droid continues to spout out advertisements because it's not programmed to recognize a goblin getting slimed on the pavement. Okay, so Hysteria is going to trigger. This is OP4 Yagati. I'm going to check the politic of the planet because depending on the politic, it changes the Hysteria meter. I'll explain. So it's a liberal planet. Politic is 4. So when this occurs, let me go to the Hysteria page. Let's see. This is why I need to put it in table of contents. Okay, so Hysteria. This is politic 4, so Hysteria has to be greater than 1 for Hysteria to trigger. Right now, before I shot the gun, it was at 0. After shooting the gun, a couple things happened. So, gunshot was heard, +2. Gunshot was seen, +3. So Hysteria is at 9 right now. I don't know if... Has anybody seen the death? Not yet. Just me. So right now Hysteria is at 5. Once it gets to 9, shit hits the fan. General panic happens, and cops storm the table. So I probably want to avoid that from happening. I don't want cops to show up and take me away for killing that goblin. So the robot, the target now understands Hysteria is happening. So target heard gunshots happening, unzipped his cat suit. It's probably going to do... We'll see what the target does. Now we need to roll for the civilians. So I guess we can start with the low-take guy. We'll go one at a time. So Hysteria just triggered, meaning that all the targets are going to change... All the NPCs are going to change their behavior in accordance with the Hysteria tables. So the generic civilian Hysteria table for this elote vendor is going to, let's see, D6. Where is it? Okay. Oh, before I do that, I should probably check something. There's a chance for citizens arrest. It is a politic in 20 chance, meaning this planet is liberal at politic 4. So a 4 in 20 chance for each citizen to enter citizen's arrest mode. So we're going to check him first. 4 in 20. 1, 2, 3, or 4 is successful. Anything else is a failure. 1. Okay. Lawrence is going to citizen's arrest mode. That's fucking hysterical. Literally. The droid has if-then contingency command table, so she's not going to do anything differently. All these droids are going to respond following if-then contingency tables that state what they do when hysteria happens. When they see somebody hysterical, at least. How does the droid see? Good question. I don't know where the eyes on that low taste stand are. I guess for now, we'll start with Lawrence. So Lawrence goes into citizen's arrest mode, changing his behavior table to hostile behavior. D6, 1 through 3 is apprehend, 4 is sentinel, 5 and 6 are attack. So, 6, attack. I don't think Lawrence has a gun. Maybe I'll roll for it. So Lawrence, he's an old elote vendor, so he's going to attack. To attack, there's a part in the rules that explains what a model does to attack. I'm going to say that Lawrence has just his hands. I don't think he has a weapon on him. So, I can't believe he... Liberal planet, 4, what is that, 4 out of 20? Is that a 1 in 10 chance? I think. 4 out of 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 1 out of 5. My statistics are bad. So, 1 in 5 chance of him going hysterical, and he manages to pull it. Attack. So, I'm going to assume that he would run in the direction to see what's going on. He'll sneak past the robot and get out to about where the door is. Probably like right here. Sees what happened. Hysteria triggers farther because he sees the dead body and sees the gore of blood and everything. So, I think at this point general panic would probably set in, meaning in a couple turns, cops will start spawning in. Let me see. D3 turns. I'm going to roll D3, but I'm not going to tell you how many turns it is. Okay. So, in some amount of turns, cops will come in. So I'm going to assume that his second action is to attack. I rolled to see what he does. He says attack. Attack says move towards attack, right? If he has a gun, shoot. If he doesn't, walk up and hit him with melee. Considering he has nothing, his second action would be to punch me. I think if he doesn't have a melee weapon, doesn't have a gun. So he'll move his 6 inches, but he's not going to be able to punch me because he used all of his turn just to move. So yeah, he makes it in. So Lawrence is going to walk in base contact as if he's getting ready to swing at me. Alright, let's see what the lady does. I don't remember her name. I already forget. Doesn't matter. We're going to check what she does. The lady just lost her money on roulette. So for roulette lady, she's in panic. She's going to... Oh, let's roll the politic chance first to see if she goes into citizen's arrest mode. 4 out of 20, or 1 through 4 on a D20 is success. It's a 4. What the fuck is going on? This is not looking good. Let's see what she does. I'm upset. Alright, let me put the camera on her. She goes into sentinel mode, so I'm going to assume that she would turn in the face of where she heard things coming from, and she would prepare herself for, like, if somebody walks through the window, she'd take a shot at him, essentially. I'll assume she has a pistol or something. I should have rolled to see what they'd have, if they had any weapons, but she'll turn around and she'll ready her gun. So if I happen to walk in front of the window here, where she could see, let's see if I could. I don't know if you can see. Can you see her in there? Is this thing on? You might be able to see her. If she sees us walking, she'll take a shot. I think Sentinel is specifically hostile model, so it's any model that is currently considered hostile. Meaning that Lawrence character, or me, or a target, anybody that has intent to harm. The elote machine noticed a person who is hysterical, so it's going to kick into its if-then contingency commands. It will walk away from the scene of violence to keep itself safe. In doing so, I think it just walks off the table. It does. The elote stand turns and just walks off the table. That's really funny. Like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. Alright. Bottle girl droid sees somebody hysterical at this point, so she's gonna walk away from the scene of the crime as well. 6 inches off the direction. This if-then rule with them walking away is not in the rules. It's just something I wrote for droids that I run. Some droids don't have these rules. Actually, let me just show you what it would look like if it didn't. So we'll pretend this one was not programmed with that rule. This one's only programming is if somebody walks within 6 inches, it walks up and starts advertising to them. So in this case, this one will not have an additional rule that I wrote. God, this is fucking confusing. So there are these things called if-then contingency commands. They are if-then rules that you write for droids, being stupid robots, and they follow these rules in order. So depending on how much money you funnel into the robot, they're more complex, and you write your own rules for them, right? So this one will be very simple. Have one action only. If there's somebody within 4 inches or 6 inches, whatever I said, it'll walk towards them, and then it will communicate, try to advertise liquor. That's all it will do. The elote one, I think just, if it sees somebody violent, or if it sees some hysteria, it'll turn and walk away from the hysteria source as far as it can. Meaning, this one walked off the table, so it just kind of left. If-then contingency commands, I guess, would also kick on for these vending machines and trash cans. I guess, funnily, walking away from the scene of violence for them would just be to turn and, like, wander down this hallway. Just, like, walk away. There's 6 inches. I'm gonna guesstimate. It's like, sure. The trash cans also are just gonna turn, walk away. Nobody wants to deal with this. They just slowly start walking away once they see people hysterical and blood and gore and all that. Something about the vending machines walking away is really funny to me. Okay. Now we will check the bottle girl sees the person within, 6 inches. The bottle girl will walk up to the goblin and start advertising liquor, because it's her only if-then contingency command rule. Alien. What does this alien do? He is hysterical. We'll check and see if he goes into citizen's arrest. To prove I'm not flubbing these rolls, 1 in 4 successful. 5. Oh my god, that was close. So, what's his name? Glorble or something. Glorbius. He's a stupid alien name. He's just hysterical, civilian, generic. We'll see what he does. D6. Looks like this one will be fleeing full inches. So fleeing is full movement to a table edge. Sitting as the nearest table edge, movement 6 inches. I think he makes it off the table. He does. So Glorbius, whatever his name is just going to whoop, leave. Okay. Finally, the target. Target. Let's see what happens. Violent target. So this is probably going to result in getting shot at. Most likely. Let's see. D6. 1 is flee. 2 is take a hostage. 3 through 6 is attack for violent. 1. Flee. Okay. So the target just turns and moves off the table because he's within 6 inches. So the target just leaves. Leaving just this situation. Okay. What a terrible example, dude. Jesus, how long have I been recording this? 41 minutes? And all I've done is kill a goblin with an AK? Oh my god, I'm losing it. Alright, this is fucking hysterical. Okay, for my action, I'm gonna turn. Turning isn't really like an action. I'm not moving. I'm just going to rotate my model. Well, hold on. I got to think about that, actually, because look is, so rotate to change your viewpoint is an action. But I don't know if that matters for human players, because it doesn't... If it was an NPC, it wouldn't matter, I guess. If it was an NPC, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so for this case, rotating my model doesn't matter. I didn't think about that. That's interesting. I'm going to see if I can get a more cinematic, there, a little more cinematic. So I'm going to look at Lawrence, oh my god, my tripod here. There, I don't even know if you can see this. I'm just going to put it like that. That's fine. Lawrence and me. Lawrence is violent. He's in fisticuff mode. I can't just kill a civilian, otherwise I'll get in deep trouble. So I think what I'm going to do is unequip my AK, and I'm going to melee him. So I'm going to bring up my hands. We're getting in a fist fight. I'm going to try to knock him out. How does punching work? I don't remember. This is fucking great. I love this game. I'm biased as I wrote it, but I really do. I really do like this game. If I could find the fucking rules for punching somebody, it would be nice. Ah, there we go. Okay. Melee attack. Punch is non-lethal, deals 1 damage per size above punch model. So we're both medium, so it's not going to do any extra damage. So, in this case, it would be on roll 6, knockback 1. Okay, so I'm going to punch once. I unequipped. I hit 4 and 6 times, similar to shooting rules. So, looking for 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4. I connect. So I hit him for 1 damage. Let's see. He has 2 health, so he's not down yet. I'm going to see if I knock him back 1. On a roll of a 6 on this D6. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, it's a 6. I'm not even joking. So, I hit him so hard I knock him over. Poor Lawrence, oh my god. Alright, let's see what the civilians do. I think there's only the robots and who you can see left. Oh, the woman! The citizens arrest woman is still here. Yeah, we'll do her next. Sure, let's do her next. You can tell some of this is pretty fast and loose, by the way, like how I'm choosing to, like, for example, activate civilians. I'm just going from right to left on the table from my perspective. There could be a better way of deciding which civilians go in what order, but I don't know. For the sake of this, it's not it's not really important, I don't think. It's not worth, like, slowing down time to figure out. So she is also citizens arrest mode. Let's see what she does. She might screw things up for me, actually. Let's see. 1. She's going to try to apprehend. So she's going to... How far is 6 inches? So she's going to walk up to me and try to grapple me, essentially. So it looks like she's going to walk outside for 6 inches and walk up to me to try to grapple me. So she makes it all the way to me, but she can't grapple me quite yet. Let me get this base out of the way. Sorry, Lawrence's base. Yeah, if you get a better view. I'll get the tripod. My foolishness. I should have just. There. That's fine. So she double moved in an attempt to apprehend me. That'll be her activation, because if she can't move, apprehend, like grapple, right? She's essentially trying to put handcuffs on me, right? She's trying to hold me down. Cops still haven't arrived, by the way. There's still another 2 turns until then. So I essentially have 2 turns to get the goblin and leave before cops show up and I get arrested. So let's see how fast I can do this. That's what she does. Let's see what Lawrence does. 5. Attack. So Lawrence is going to stand up. Assuming he'll just stand back up at base contact range. And he's going to try to just punch me. So to do that, we're going to roll. I actually don't remember how likely civilians are to hit you. Like, I think it's a 3 and 6. I think they're slightly less effective than bounty hunters. Rolling several rules. I'm going to... Let's see. I feel like it would be 3 and 6. I should know this. I will check that, but I'm going to assume... I remember writing a rule where it's slightly less than bounty hunters, because bounty hunters are more effective shots. So he's going to hit me 3 and 6 times. So 1 through 3, he'll be able to punch me successfully. 1. He hits me. Does it knock me over on a 6? No, it does not. So he punches me. I take the hit. I don't know if dodging applies in melee. I should probably check that. That might be the case. I didn't give him a chance to dodge. I feel bad. Dodging usually happens with shooting, but let me just read what dodge is, and if it is applicable, we'll just roll it. Let's see. Dodging. When any model is hit by gunfire, if it can see the attacker, has a chance to avoid. So there's no dodging in melee, huh? Guess that makes sense. Maybe there should be a rule for, like... Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. There might be a rule for, like, parrying or something. So instead of dodging, if you have another melee weapon, you could potentially, like, prevent it from hitting you. I don't know. That would be interesting. For now, I'll just do rules as written. Civilians are slightly less effective at hitting you. He does hit me. I do take a damage. I think as mediums we have 3 health. So I've got 2 health left. The robot is... I guess all these robots continue to funnel away, so we'll keep pushing them out. The roulette droid... I don't know what the contingency commands were for the roulette droid. I'm going to assume it would be to follow the nearest civilian. So I'm going to have the roulette droid just walk out and follow the person that was gambling at it. I'm trying to be like, do you want to gamble more? Now, what would I do in this situation? The air conditioner unit is also a droid. It's just going to stand in the door frame. I'll have to write more strict if-then rules for all these guys for Adepticon. But for now, I'll just stick with what I have. I guess my next move would be... I've got, let's see, I have this turn, next turn, and then cops show up. So I think the plan is I'm going to try to knock both of these guys out. The next turn I'll grab the goblin and try to drag him off the map. And we'll see what happens. So I'll start with trying to punch Lawrence. I'll try to punch him once. Successful. I do punch him. Does he not fall over? He does not. I will... Let's see, he's at 3 health. He's at 2 damage, so I'm going to try to knock him out. I'm going to hit him one more time. Whiff. Oh no, I whiffed. He dodged it. Well, not really dodged it, but I didn't hit him with that punch. Alright, we'll go to the NPCs. Let's see what they do. I'm going to check the citizens arrest table. This is getting pretty hairy. I might just have to leave. I think I might just have to run away if they don't, like, you know, grapple me or something. Okay, let's see. Can't believe I'm getting screwed by 2 civilians. What are the, well, I know the odds. It's 4 out of 20 twice. This is 1/5 times 1/5. I don't know, I'm not doing that. Let's see, hysterical. Lawrence, what are you doing? 2, apprehend. Alright, let's see how apprehending works. I'm going to scroll up. Apprehending. Let's see. Apprehending says... Move towards closest bottle and cuff. We'll equip handcuffs as an action prior. So if it had handcuffs, it will do that. For this sake, it'll be grappling while waiting for cops to show up and handcuff. So, because I'm assuming a low tape vendor doesn't have handcuffs on it. That doesn't make sense. So, where is grapple? Grapple. Okay, base contact required. Roll off with conscious model, +1 for each size above, +1 per status affected victim. Grappling a model prevents their movement and actions during their round. Grappler movement at half speed. A grappled NPC will attempt to break free instead of acting. Roll off, +1 for NPC size above the grappler. Grapple bounce has a chance to receive damage in place of grapple depending on the direction of gunfire. So, as a, hostages, essentially. So he's going to try to grapple me. We have no bonus to our rolls because we're the same size. So I'm going to roll off. The first roll will be mine, D6, 3. Will Lawrence beat a 3? He will. Oh my god, Lawrence grappled me. Alright, what is the lady going to do? I cannot believe this. The Lotte vendor fucking got me. Am I going to get got by cops? No, this is bad. This is not looking good. Alright, lady, let's see what she does. 3. So she is going to... Sorry, she's gonna also grapple me. I don't know if I even have a chance to fight this, because I'm grappled, so I'm gonna assume they both grapple me at the same time. It's another first. I don't think I've ever seen 2 people grapple the same model. I'm going to assume that they're dogpiling me and waiting for the cops to show up. That would make sense. I guess the way I'll run it is when I have to roll off to see if I break free from Lawrence, it'll be 1 instance of breaking free, and I'll have to see what happens next. Okay, next turn. My actions. So my first action, I'm automatically going to try to break free because I'm grappled. So I have to roll off against Lawrence. My roll is a 5. Lawrence's roll is a 1. So I break free from Lawrence, and I'm only grappled by the lady. For my second action, I'll try to be broken free for the lady. I'm going to try to break her grapple. My roll is a 4. Her roll is a 5. Oh my god. Okay. This is supposed to be the round I'm leaving with the goblin, by the way. It's not turning out that way. So I am still grappled. We'll do Lawrence first. What is Lawrence gonna do? He's gonna attack me? Okay. So he's gonna punch me in the stomach. 3 and 6 chance hit me. It fucking hits me. Oh my god. Did I get knocked over? No. Okay. I fell on my hand, sorry. Next, I guess he gets 2 actions, so he'll hit me again. He's attacking me after all. He'll punch me one more time. Yeah, okay, so I am knocked out. Okay, how does this work? Let me look. How does this work? I need to look up unconscious quick. Because punching, instead of being like lethal, it's non-lethal, and it implies unconscious, which is like a status effect. Let me see. Status effects. Where are you? There it is. Okay, unconscious. The model will be reduced to below 1 life via punching, kicking, rubber bullets. They fall prone and are considered KO'd instead. A KO'd model comes to in 1d3 turns, returning to 1 health. So, as we're approaching an hour with this video, I think what would happen is I would fall over. The next turn, the robots will continue to walk off the map. When I say robots, I mean the vending machines. Will continue to walk off the map. I think a cop would spawn in, and a cop would approach me and take me away within 3 turns. I'm not going to roll it out because I think it would just take too much time, and I want to upload this video. So, the end of my battle report was I killed a goon to take 1/20, I think it's 1/20th of the total bounty. So, I was unsuccessful in capturing the bounty. He ran away. I made the wise decision to try to clear the goon before going up and fighting the bounty, and instead I got taken down by citizens' arrests. Yeah, I only have a round of applause. Let me get a better look at these two. Round of applause for Lawrence and whatever her name was, Gretchen or something. She was an old lady, he was an older guy, if I remember correctly. Based on the NPC background table thing I rolled pre-game. Don't like those two. Oh, I broke her feet off. She didn't deserve that. I'll fix it later. Whatever. Yeah, so that's a very quick test game of 1 reward. I may as well show you the rest of this table for fun. Inside of here, a little bedroom, a little hallway, flat screen TV, a little chair, some pictures on the wall. I guess they like dogs. And there's also an AC droid. Oof. Could have started walking away, but I don't know if he really saw anything violent. He was doing his job. Yeah, that's the game. Post-game, if I were to be successful, I would have to jump through a bunch of hoops regarding the amount of money that I made. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go through everything. It would be 64% of 90,000 Libon. So I would have to times 90,000 by 64, or by 0.64. And from there, on this planet of OP4 Yagati, it has its own laws and fees. So I would have to jump through a bunch of hoops and see the money gets taken away from my earnings, essentially. Because I have to pay, like, I don't know, what is OP4 Yagati? Let me see. On that planet, there is fee is 6. Let's see, what is 6? There's also some laws I'll read through. I didn't really pay attention to the laws on the planet. It has its own unique laws. I might have broken a couple, which means when I go to jail, something's going to happen. So, alright, I'm going to quickly see the post-game, what ended up happening to me when I got caught by the cops. Let's see. The laws on OP4 Yagati are 24, 15, and 31, meaning 24, no particle, 15, no robots, no robots, 31 is no one-handed weapons. So I didn't have any of those. There were a lot of robots around, so somebody's getting in trouble. They're not my robots, thankfully. I don't know where we are on this planet where all these robots are fugitives. I guess the target was a robot too, so he was breaking another law by doing that. I think the only law I broke, honestly, is I did harm a civilian. I punched one. I punched one. Did I punch two? Did I punch the lady? I don't know if I punched the lady. I definitely punched a guy, so I harmed a civilian. And I have an unauthorized firearm, so that's 15 punishment points. If we look, 1 through 4 is a fine, 5 through 10 is license suspension, 11 through 15 is a license revoke. I'm not going to jail, thankfully, because that would be 16 through 30. But I am not allowed to hunt on this planet anymore after that debacle. Fortunately, though, I got in no trouble for killing that goon, because goons are... They allowed that. They're glad that I cleaned the streets a little bit. In that case, I do get some money. How much is it? How much money do I get for... I didn't really capture the goon, though. I just killed him. If I were to carry him off the map, I guess I would have earned the money. Maybe the cop took the money for that. Because they just arrested me for hurting somebody, and then they claimed the reward themselves. I think that makes sense. Unfortunately, Leatherface earns nothing from this example. Sorry, Leatherface. Yeah, that would be a very brief example of play. Again, this was only with 3 civilians and 2 tiny buildings. Usually there'd be a lot more chaos, a lot more models running around and shooting and freaking out. Although it can be played solo play. It's a goofy little system. It's rulings of our rules. There's going to be situations where you have to make calls without hard lines from the rules saying exactly what to do. You have to make your own interpretations. And I think that's part of the beauty of the game. I really enjoy making those calls. I think it causes you to think, use logic, and helps to create that narrative. So maybe I'll try to write a battle report for this. I'm going to post this online, but I don't know if I'm going to type out anything. Poor Leatherface. Poor Leatherface. I think he's just kind of blunt. I think that's what it is. He had a job, he showed up, he saw a goon, killed the goon, tried to resume, was taken down by civilians. That just shows how dangerous even basic civilians could be if you're trying to go around. If I was bigger, if I was like an XL big bounty hunter, I could just floor the civilians and do a lot more damage. I guess when I was being punched and punching them, blood didn't come out, so I messed that up. Anyway, thanks for watching.